Shit, this shit won't let me fuck with the orientation. Anyway, I seen all the reports. Well, not even the reports, because those are not reports. Those are tweets about rumors. But all the tweets that's coming out is that Beyonce Wilder is not going to take the offer. What's goody, Brandon White? That Wilder not going to take the offer. And I already see his dumbass fans trying to make excuses for that shit. Like, bro, what excuse is there left to make for this guy? What the fuck does he want? What you gotta do to get him in the ring? Like, what you gotta do? Give him your firstborn? What you want? Blood? You want a kidney? Like, what the fuck you want? A lung? What they gotta do to get this guy in the ring, man? I've been saying this shit about Wilder for a minute because it's not hard to see what's going on there. It's just that some people don't want to see that shit. I seen a guy yesterday in a video that I posted about Wilder and the offer. It was a guy named Eddie something. Eddie something, whatever his name is. Y'all could go look at the comments of that video. And he left a comment that said that what the reports is saying is that the reason Wilder ain't take the deal is because Joshua wasn't part of the contract. So I'm like, all right, let me find out if there's any truth to that. I asked him, yo, you got a link to the report? Because I just looked on Boxing Scene, ESPN, Ring Magazine. I'm looking around and I don't see what the fuck you talking about. I looked at Chris Mannix's tweets, Mike Copinger's tweets. Like, I looked at everybody's shit, Dan Raphael, and I'm like, yo, what report is he talking about? Because if that was the case, somebody would have reported that shit already. So what are you talking about? So I asked the dude like 3 times, yo, what report are you talking about? Can I get a link to the report you talking about so I can see it? He was like, oh, nah, Goodfellas Sports said that shit. I'm like, Goodfellas Sports? That's a fucking fan channel, bro. That dude is not a member of the media. You telling me that you so in other words, ain't no motherfucking report because the first shit you said was you saw a report. Now what you telling me is you heard somebody speculate that. That's how desperate these dudes are to defend this guy. That's why I go after him so much. Cause I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all that y'all so high on this dude, man. I don't know what it is. Or I should say I do, and I don't respect it. Alright, what's goody, bro, Timmy? What's goody, Tremaine? What's goody, Sean? What's goody, Steve-O? What's goody, iPots? What's goody, Michael Parks? You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is ridiculous to me. Like, yo, how far y'all willing to go? How dumb y'all willing to make yourself look to keep defending the same fucking self-entitled clown that I've been telling y'all, like, yo, the dude's a clown, dog. You been here. It was never about being undisputed because you been here. If you was after that, you would have fought Vladimir. That's not who they put you to fight. I done said that shit a million times. That's 1,000,001. But it's the truth. It's not going to stop being true. All you wanted to do was use the fight as a bargaining chip. You know what I'm saying? You really wasn't down to scrap. Because how much more do they have to give you? Look at the money that they're offering you. That money is green enough for Canelo, so it should be green enough for you. What else they got to do to get you in the ring, dog? What do you want them to do now? What the fuck you want them to do? Come to your daughter's birthday party? You want them to detail your car? You want them to clean out your gutters? The fuck they got to do to get you in the ring, dog? Been saying that shit, man. Them guys don't want that fight, dog. Basically, they got to give him $1 billion. Then maybe he'll consider it. I'm picking Spence, man. That's what the rumor is, Michael, that he about to turn it down. That's what all the rumors are saying, that he about to turn it down. That the next fight he gonna have is Dominic Brazil, and it's not gonna be on the zone. Make it out what you will. You know what I'm saying? But his fans is fucking weirdos, dog. Like, you like that dude that much that you gotta make up stories and shit because you can't explain his dumbass behavior. I can't explain your dumbass behavior, but I don't go making up stories to explain the shit. Nah, you know why the WBC really can't order that fight, Crazy? Because they don't have no leverage over Anthony Joshua to make it enforceable. You could say, yo, we want you to... That's why I made that video about Christina Hammer and Clarissa Shields. That what the WBC did to Christina Hammer is some bullshit. Because Clarissa Shields is not a contender. If she was a contender and she achieved mandatory status, then I could see. Because that pertains to your rankings and the legality of your rankings. But the fact of the matter is, Clarissa's a champion with rival organizations. So you ordering a fight between her and Christina should not be punishable by vacating the title, because that's not a mandated title defense, dog. It's not even a title defense. Really, it's a unification fight. How do even if Christina pulled out of the fight because she got sick, right? Even if she pulled out of the fight, it don't make sense for you to vacate her title and then make it available for somebody else to win it, because the fight that she was about to have was not a mandated title fight. It was a unification fight. So, but on that premise that it doesn't make sense for you to try to order, look at what they ordered. Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell. They ordered that shit last year. The fight didn't come off, right? And nobody lost their belt. So that should tell you why. Because Leo Santa Cruz got the WBA. Gary Russell got the WBC. You might have leverage over Gary, but you ain't got no leverage over Leo. What the fuck you going to take away from him if he say, nah, I don't feel like having that fight yet? What are y'all going to do? Nothing. Same shit with Golovkin and Charlo. You ordering that dumbass fight that don't make sense because Charlo was supposed to get a title shot. Not a Golovkin fight. No, he's supposed to get the winner of the fight so he could get a title shot. What y'all do? Y'all order him to fight the loser. Well, you ain't got no leverage against the loser. So if he say, man, get the fuck out of here, what the fuck y'all gonna do? Y'all can't do nothing about it. Gonna see Spence versus... I don't think so, Potts. I don't think so. I'm not buying pay-per-view to see Wilder. Me neither. That shit is a joke. That shit is a joke, bro. The fuck, like, Wilder versus Brazil on pay-per-view. Bro, you're not a pay-per-view fighter, and that's not a pay-per-view fight. Dominic Brazil, that motherfucker got the personality of a potato. Like, huh? Like, y'all trying to sell that? I hope not, because I'm not buying that shit. If I ain't buy Fury, I'm not buying this. Sean Porter need to just fight Terrence Crawford because they don't respect him on the PBC side. Nobody is respected on the PBC side in the welterweight division except for Errol Spence, if we're going to get technical. This dude Buzz is so ridiculous that everybody get hated on except him. So, I don't care about that shit. Errol Spence saw is two guys on his side of the street that's not down to scrap. So, you might as well call the one that is. You ain't want to do that. So, I don't care about Errol Spence. I've been saying fuck Wilder from the jump, but I honestly don't believe he's going to turn down this fight. And it's two things that's going on, bro. Another thing that could be going on is, look, if Wilder goes to the zone, Showtime gets left out in the cold. Look at the numbers they've been putting up, right? Wilder's one of their main guys that could get people to watch their channel. If he leave that channel for a couple of fights, they fucked. What y'all got to show after that? What do y'all got? So he might be staying over there because Al going in his head like, yo, look, man, I know it's a lot of money, but Showtime been looking out for us. Showtime been helping us. Yeah, helping us by not giving this dude a network deal. You've been there for years. They never made you a guaranteed offer like, yo, look, fight a couple of fights here. You going to make motherfucking 20 mil, 30 mil. Get that money. You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't that, like, it's silliness, man. That's why when I see how many fans he got that think they know what they talking about, I'm like, yo, see, y'all motherfuckers, a motherfucker could steal some shit from you and sell it back to you, and you'll think that you just caught a mean sale. That's how fucking dumb you are. Motherfucker dead ass steal the shirt off your back, sell it back to you for double what you paid for it, and you gonna say, look what I got. Because you're a moron. Alright, what's good at UK, Rob? What's good at the Guru? Any chance Wilder versus Brazil on Showtime before taking a DAZN deal? I mean, it's probably going to be on Showtime, or maybe they'll put it on Fox because Wilder said he would rather have that fight on Fox. I don't know. I mean, look, you guys got to realize something, that it's not that PBC fighters haven't jumped ship. Artur Beterbiev was one of the first. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jacobs, he was one of the first. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it hasn't happened or it don't happen. It's just that it takes a smart guy to realize, like, yo, it's only so much y'all could do for me over here, man. It's only so much y'all could do. If I want the kind of fights that I want, and I want a better schedule than what y'all got me on, I got to get the fuck up out of here. I got to. I think that's a good fight. I think that's a good fight. I like that fight. I'm not gonna complain about it because I think Oscar Rivas is a solid contender. Tyson Fury got to keep busy with somebody. Deontay Wilder wants to be the center of everybody's universe, and he not realizing, bro, you are not a financial incentive. You think you like the Canelo of the heavyweight division, and motherfucker, you ain't the Demetrius Andre of the division. You like the Rob Brandt of the shit. And I'm not disrespecting Rob Brandt. I'm talking about finance. Like, yo, dog, like, all you are is a guy that got a belt, bro. You ain't guaranteed money. You're not. The only reason Skipper trying to pay you that is because he's trying to corner the market. It's not even about you so much as your weight class. I'm trying to get all these belts on my side of the street. That way, anybody that want to fight for one, they got to do it over here. So I want yours too, and he's willing to pay you for that. That's what you've wanted all along, is to sell your belt to the highest bidder. Hey, you found somebody that want to buy it. Now you don't want to sell it, or they don't want to let you sell it. Man, I don't even know, UK Rob. I don't even know what that shit is going to do, to be completely honest. I have no idea what that shit is going to do. On one end, it could do 400K. On another end, Mikey Garcia got the Mexican fans. The Mexican fans buy fights. So who's to say that they might not push this to like 550 to 600,000? I literally don't know what that fight is going to do. I don't know. I'm not going to shit on it and say, nah, that shit ain't going to sell nothing. I'm on my, yo, let's wait and see what it do. Let's wait and see. We know what Wilder Fury did. We know what Pacquiao and Broner did. Let's see if they could do better. I'm not going to say they can't. I'm just saying that it doesn't look good. That's all I'm saying. Because people don't want to pay that shit no more. You about to get Canelo Alvarez versus Daniel Jacobs for $10 motherfucking dollars. So motherfuckers is like, bruh, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying $75 for one fight and a slum-ass undercard. Your undercard is weak. Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell should have been on that shit. Nah, y'all still ain't make that fight. Y'all still ain't make that fight. If you gonna charge a motherfucker that much money for a motherfucking fight, the undercard need to be lit. Nah, your undercard is slum, and you got fights that you could make, but nah, your undercard is still slum. I don't be at fights, bro. I don't be over there. I watch them on my TV. I got the best seat in the house. My motherfucking TV where I can go take a piss. What's the significance of your question? You already mad at me that I picked Errol Spence to win, but I'm like, the fuck you expected, dog? You expect me to pick Mikey because you like him? The dude is, go back to the last video that I did where I was picking the people that I think is going to win today and tomorrow. This dude legit upset that I picked fucking Spence. Like, well, dog, it's the logical choice. What you want me to pick, the illogical choice? That's the dumbest shit I ever like. Oh, you picked the favorites. Well, they're fucking favorites because it makes sense, you idiot. Of course they the favorites because that's what makes sense. What you saying is what don't make sense. Yeah, I'm trying to forecast the outcome and pick a winner, but let me go against what makes sense so I can pick the guy that he like. Oh, I got 75 on Mikey. This is what I mean when I say that a lot of people don't understand critical thinking. Dog, you're trying to turn over a profit in the event of an upset. You're doubling down that if Mikey somehow beats the odds, you can make some change. You're gambling, whereas what I'm doing is forecasting an outcome. I'm saying that I'm looking at these two guys, and this is what's likelier to happen than that. That's what I'm doing. Those are two different things. You could tell me you want Mikey to win. You could say that. I ain't going to be mad at you if you tell me, yeah, I want him to win. But what I'm doing is literally forecasting an outcome. I'm looking at both, and I'm trying to pick the scenario that's more likely to happen. And based on what I'm looking at, well, it look like Errol going to win that fight. That's what it look like. If he don't, oh, well, fuck it. But that's what it look like right now. We'll see what happens. I did pick Tyson Fury to lose. Did he lose? And did he lose? That's my question to you. I love how stupid these motherfuckers are when they bring up a draw. If I pick the guy to lose and I pick the guy to win, and the fight ends up being a draw, we was all wrong, you motherfucking idiot. So even if you picked Tyson Fury and I picked Deontay Wilder, we was both wrong, you fucking idiot. Why? Because the fight ended in a draw. What did I say about the fight, though? That Tyson Fury is gonna outbox this guy. This dude don't talk about none of the other shit I said. He just bring up the one thing that he thinks makes sense. What did I say in that video? Go back and watch it. Tyson Fury is going to embarrass Deontay Wilder. He's going to make him look bad. Wilder's not going to know what to do. But at some point in the fight, he's going to land the right hand. Ain't that what happened? Ain't that what happened? I didn't say Wilder's going to blast him out of there in one round. Or Wilder's or Fury's not going to make it to the midpoint. I said Tyson Fury is going to go out there and he's going to embarrass this man. But at some point, Wilder's going to connect with the right hand because that's all he know how to do. Yeah, I did pick Tony Harrison to lose. I'm sure that you are right about who you picked to win a fight 100% of the time, right? That's why you rich. You must clean up at the casinos because you telling me I picked Tony Harrison to lose like you don't ever be wrong. Give me a second, fellas. I gotta open up this bag of crackers for my son. He's always bothering me. There you go. Get out of here. You picked Tony Harrison to lose, and I bet you've been picking winners nonstop your whole life, right? You don't never be wrong about a fight. You know what's funny? These motherfuckers follow me like I'm motherfucking Joe Osteen. Like they follow me religiously like I'm Joe Osteen of Creflo Dollar. They know all types of shit and then get mad that they follow. Like, bro, if you think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about and I'm an idiot and you should not listen to shit I say, then why the fuck are you following me? That's how dumb you are, dog. I say a lot of shit in the video, and they don't pay attention to that shit because, well, frankly, a lot of guys have the attention span of a child. So you didn't hear me when I said that, like, yo, Fury is gonna go out there and he's gonna make this guy look bad. Wilder don't got nothing for that kind of boxing. That maybe Tyson Fury has what it takes to make Deontay Wilder look ridiculous for a couple of rounds, but Wilder's gonna get him down. That's what I said. The only thing I was really wrong about was the outcome. The whole aesthetic of the fight. That's what I said was going to happen. That's literally what I said. When I said Sean Porter versus Yordenis Ugas is going to be a close fight, but I picked Sean Porter to win. Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about how I say, yo, I'm picking Sean Porter to win a close points decision? Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about how I say, yo, look, Daniel Jacobs and Sergey, them guys know each other, and they both know that they hit hard. So ain't going to be no knockout in this fight because both of them guys respect each other's power. Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about how I say, yo, look, Jamal Charlo is going to beat Erickson Lubin in any fashion because Erickson Lubin really ain't fought nobody. There's so many fights that I get right, but he going to focus on one or two that I get wrong. I got the feeling Korobov he looked like, I mean, if you want me to just go off of my opinion, I felt like Korobov did enough to win that fight. I think that the way that they did that shit was backwards. Jermell should have got a draw, but he should have got to keep his belt. I could see a scenario where, all right, you give it to Tony. I'm not even going to take it all away from Tony because at the end of the day, we saw what the fight looked like. But to me, I would have been more comfortable Jermell and Tony get a draw and Jamal lost that fight. That's because that's how it looked to me. But c'est la vie. I agree that Porter got knocked down. But this is boxing, bro, and you got to understand that shit comes with the terrain. I agree that it looked like a knockdown to me. That shit looked like a knockdown to me. But you can't rely on the eyes of another guy. Should the ref have ruled that shit a knockdown? Yes. But did he? No. I agree with that shit, Brown going one. Motherfucker watch me be right 100 times, but then only want to bring up times that I was wrong. Like, oh, you was wrong about, like, bruh, I be right about a lot of shit most of the time, though. I don't think so, UK Rob. I think he has a good rally in the first couple of rounds, but that Samuel Vargas fight is still in my head. You was not supposed to labor and languish with no goddamn Samuel Vargas. Samuel Vargas was not supposed to put you on your ass. So if Samuel could do that, let's keep it real. Did you see that interview where Ellaby said Tank Davis is gonna beat it? Yeah, I remember that shit. I remember that shit, and that's ridiculous. How the fuck he gonna be bigger than Mayweather by not fighting? Mayweather at 17-0 fought Gennaro, and every fight thereafter was an important, significant opponent. You know what I'm saying? Every fight thereafter was somebody important. Gervonta Davis can't find the time to fight the people in his own weight class. How the fuck he gonna be the next big star? Deontay Wilder doesn't want to fight anyone, especially anyone he exactly Adrian. The only reason that he picked Fury was because he felt that since Fury's on a rebound, I could knock his ass out and raise my stock. He did not pick Fury because of none of that shit he said. We all know where Tyson Fury was coming from. We see who he was fighting and we see what he looked like. So why would I pretend? Wilder only want to fight certain kind of guys, man. Yeah, I heard that shit too. That he gonna set up a Tenshin Nasukawa fight. I'm like, yo, that whole PBC shit is a circus, man. All them dudes is circus. It's a circus act, man. A lot of them dudes, not all of them, but a lot of them. It's a lot of circus shit, man. Yeah, why? Yeah, why the fuck does Tank not even? Yeah, you asking me, JKE? I've been saying that shit for over a year. It has been over a year since Gervonta Davis fought anyone that campaigns at 130 pounds. It's been well over a year. But he supposed to be a star. Based off what? His tattoos? Like what make him a star, dog? It looked like y'all just trying to sell his image instead of trying to sell his boxing. Cause in the boxing realm, he ain't. Hey, what's good, Sporting Icons? Y'all should follow Sporting Icons. I fuck with that channel. That's a quality UK channel. Fuck with that channel. I fucks with that channel. Boxing Beats and Rhymes also. I fucks with that channel. I be laughing. Boxing Beats and Rhymes is funny as shit, dog. Follow that channel. That's another good ass channel. What do you see Usyk achieving in the heavyweight division? I have a wish list for Usyk because I don't feel that Usyk should go from, 3 fights and a world title. I don't think he should do it that way. I think Usyk should, given the state of that division, and the fact that Anthony Joshua by himself has 3 of the titles and Wilder has 1, given the state of that division, I'm of the opinion that Usyk should fight maybe 4 times, maybe even 5, before he decides to fight for a title. It sounds like, yo, that's counterproductive. Why take that long? You need to make your bones in this weight class. It's different kind of guys out there that fight different kind of ways. You got to be ready for that shit. We can talk that amateur shit all day, but the amateurs is the amateurs and the pros is the pros. You fighting at the pro level, you need to be ready. If you gonna fight for a world title, you need to get ready for that shit. And you fast tracking like, all right, bang, I'm gonna have a fight with, let's say, a Christian Hammer, then Povetkin, then a title. You setting yourself up to fail. You are. It's too soon. Man, I don't care about that Lil Herb's legal troubles, man. That dude is a clown, dog. These dudes is outdated like 90s. Like they on some 90s type early 2000s shit. Like, it's corny, dog. It's 2019, bro. You a professional fighter that have millions of dollars at your disposal if your work ethic is in order. There is no excuses for the shit that be going on with you. If you acting stupid, it's because you want to act stupid. Because what you are is a professional fighter. Your boss is the richest motherfucking boxer that ever boxed. So you got a wealth of opportunities in front of you. You just fucking up because you're a fuck up. You don't see that shit when it comes to Shakur Stevenson. You don't see that shit when it comes to Teofimo Lopez. You don't hear about none of it. What you heard about Devin Haney? That he bought his own promotional company. He doing his thing. He was piping Black China. Her funny looking ass, but she got a fat ass though. He doing big things, man. But when you look at Javante, what do you see, dog? Like, what he doing? What he making news for? Stupid shit. Stupid shit. These other young guys is making moves. They make like legit, they making moves. Wasn't it said that Devin Haney was the youngest guy to get a promoter's license? You see what I'm saying? He making moves. But motherfuckers out there want to, Al Heyman. Man, you fucking dumbass. What's the script with these Well, the script seems to be, Aaron, that Wilder set to turn that offer down. That's what it seems to be. I didn't want to make a full-on relay video about it. I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't want to make a full-on relay video about it because we don't know. They said he's in the process of negotiating a multi-fight deal, but he is set to turn the offer down, that he's going to reject it, and that the next fight is going to be Brazil, but it's not going to be on the zone. Till I got the particulars, it don't make sense to go in depth. Otherwise, I ain't gonna be better than these clown motherfuckers that saying, oh, he turned it down cause Joshua wasn't in the club. How the fuck you know that? They ain't say that, so where the fuck you got that from? You lying motherfucker? You already know what Skipper got him over there for, dog, so cut it out, man. You know why he got him over there. He ain't get him over there to fight Dominic Brazil just. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Do you think it's because Joshua was going to get more money than him? No, I think it's two things. I think it's one, PBC does not want to hamper their relationship with Showtime. If Al Heyman lets Deontay Wilder go over there to the zone, that's already another fuck you to Showtime. You already gave him a fuck you when you signed that deal with Fox and you sent most of your top guys to fight on Fox. That's already fuck you. But if you send Deontay Wilder over there to the zone, that's another fuck you to Showtime. That's another fuck you. And you got a 3-year commitment with them. It's like everybody forgot, like, yo, you got a commitment with them, though. 3 years. At least it's still 2.5 years left in that commitment. So you got to give them something. You might not want to give them away Deontay Wilder, even though Deontay Wilder's the one that stands to benefit from that. Maybe not the PBC. Definitely not Showtime. But Wilder himself is the one that stands to benefit. Like, oh, I'm going to get all this money. But he's so fucking dumb drinking that Alabama motherfucking tap water that he's a moron. Like, yo, it's too much motherfucking lead in your water, bro. Like, you an idiot. Like, you not bright. You not. If the money that they got is good enough for Canelo, how the fuck could it not be good enough for you? Who the fuck are you? Wilder been ducking, man. That's. I could see some things being worked around, M. Johnson. I could see some things being worked around because what you have to remember is that even though PBC might have most of the welterweight champions, none of them are fighting each other. None of them. None of them. So it's not a question of what can they do. You don't need to question whether Bob Arum can create a situation. With the budget and everything that he got at his disposal and his knowledge of this industry, he will figure something out, dog. And Tim Dubois, who is the heir apparent to Top Rank, is a sharp pencil. So you don't need to worry about that. For real, right? For real. I mean, it's not even a question that, look, it's not a question whether or not these other people will work with each other. I already talked about this, that when Top Rank won the purse bid, for the Maurice Hooker versus Alex Salcedo fight. Matchroom didn't hesitate to send him over there to do his job. They not like the PBC. If that was the PBC, they would have did in that situation what they did with the Quillen Korobov situation. They didn't even want to let that man go over there and defend his belt. They told him, get rid of that belt. So you ain't got to go over there. Get rid of that belt. Because that's how they get down. Anybody else is willing to work with anybody else. Golden Boy is willing to work with Top Rank. Top Rank is willing to work with Matchroom. Matchroom is willing to work with Golden Boy. Everybody else is willing to work with everybody. There's only one motherfucking umbrella that don't want to work with nobody. It's not, oh no, it's all about, no, it's only one that don't want to work with nobody. Matchroom and Top Rank already work together, dog. Terrence Crawford and Ricky Burns. I don't know, I'm waiting for that shit, Aaron. The LDBC is I don't know, dog. Like, I don't know, man. Them guys, they think that Al Heyman is Al Sharpton. I said that shit already. That's why they be going up the bat for him like he's a fucking civil rights leader. Like, he's not a civil rights leader, dog. He's barely a boxing guy. He's really a music guy that got into boxing. The dude does not develop talent. Like, he is not, that's how you really know. He does not develop talent. He takes existing talent, but he does not develop it. They not gonna make no thoughts on best. I heard that guy that be getting all emotional and shit. Like, he be trying to talk over people and shit, and he think he's making a valid point. I caught one video where he was talking to that guy that looks like a foot for 9. That he looked like a foot without a sock on it. All he needed is the toes on the top of his head. And he said some dumb shit that, like, oh, it was about Joshua and Luis Ortiz. That Joshua paid Luis Ortiz to step aside to fight Vladimir Klitschko. I'm like, how the fuck could he do that? Luis Ortiz didn't become his mandatory until after he beat Klitschko. So what the fuck are you talking about? You look like a foot, dog. You look like a foot with the toes missing. And Heyman ain't Illuminati, man. He ain't part of that club. He ain't part of that motherfucking club. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck, how could he pay Luis Ortiz to step aside when Luis Ortiz didn't come into it for Joshua till after he won the belt? Because Luis was in line for the WBA. Whoever won the fight, that's who he was in line for. But the problem was the IBF already had a mandatory for Anthony Joshua. So since they already had their mandatory, theirs gotta come first. Then all you gotta do is chill. Call you up a motherfucking Kojanu or somebody, keep busy and wait for your title shot. Luis didn't want to wait, so I ain't then, motherfucker. Hey, you chose to take Wilder's offer. Hey, you got popped for pads. Hey, not pads, a banned substance, because it wasn't a pad, it was a banned substance. The fuck you complaining about? Can Amir Khan versus Bud be a potentially... Yeah, it could, because Khan is fast. Khan is fast, and he can make it a chess match for as long as it lasts. The thing is, with Khan, it's always a question of can he withstand what punches do get through, because it's only a matter of time. But while the fight goes on, it does have the potential to have a good aesthetic, because both of them guys are sharp punches. They throw good straight punches, and we know Khan fast than a motherfucker, and we know Crawford can knock motherfuckers out. So it could be a good fight. I suspect that too, Aaron. That's what I suspect. That's what I suspect. Yo, thank you for saying that, Lubac, because that's the truth. They want to call Eddie Hearn a slave master or colonialist for the simple fact that he's from the UK. They are bigoted towards people from the UK. When the reality of it all is the only slave master running around is Al Heyman, because his dudes can't do shit. How you a free agent, but it always got to be a hubbub if you got to go somewhere? Then, bro, you're not a free fucking agent. If you a free agent, you would be doing what Clarissa doing. Clarissa fought on HBO. She fought on Showtime. She fought on DAZN, and now she about to fight on Showtime again. That's a free agent, bro. That she could go wherever she want to go. You shop the fight around. Whoever want to pick it up, they'll pick it up. That's a free agent. You are on a short leash. You are not a free agent. They tell you that you're a free agent, but they only tell you that because Showtime is milking you. They got you fighting on their network, but they ain't making you no guarantee. It should have been, all right, look, you're going to fight on our network for 3 fights. We're going to give you $30 million at the end of the shit. After that, we're going to renegotiate contract. They don't got you on a deal like that. That's why you getting raped. That's why your highest purse, even though you had 39 fights, was $2 million. But these motherfuckers want to be businessmen and shit. Like you a businessman? You be in the businessman? All right, businessman. So you tell me how much sense it makes for you to fight on a network on a regular basis, but the network don't even have a real commitment to you. Their commitment to you is limited to Twitter comments and arguments that Stephen Espinoza has on Twitter. That's their commitment. But in terms of dollars, what's the commitment? You ain't got a deal that's like, all right, bang, you got 4 fights, we gonna pay you $10 million a fight. You get 40 mil at the end of the deal. After that, we renegotiate the contract. You don't got a deal like that. But you've been fighting there on a regular basis, though, like an idiot. It ain't even been, yo, Walter, I appreciate that, but it's not even being intelligent. A lot of shit is just common sense, man. A lot of shit is common sense. Wilder saw what Fury stood to make. Like, yo, y'all gonna pay him that? Yo, I'm a free agent. I go anywhere, fight anyone. None of this is shit I'm making up. Daniel Dubois coming along, man. That boy coming along, man. He gonna be something. But like I always say, whenever they ask me about Dangerous Daniel Dubois, there is no reason to rush him to the world level, so don't do that. He's a very young guy. Let him grow. Let him beat up some more domestic level guys. Let him grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that he beat the shit out of Kojanu the way that he did. That was a good showing. But don't get so high on him that you rush him into a situation he don't need to be in. Because he young. You rush him now, you're going to fuck him up. Do you think it's Eddie's fault? The money has gone crazy in U.S. for average fights. Last year, when DAZN started, he was bragging about billions. I think it's biting him now, and DAZN can't. Well, I mean, what are they losing, bro? What's not happening? It's a fledgling business. Anybody that was expecting DAZN to just DAZN debuted in America in September. By November, people were criticizing it. Hell, by October, they was criticizing it. As if they were supposed to take over after 30 fucking days. You got to give them time to grow there. I told y'all last year, they're not done. They just getting started. Now they got Canelo, Triple G, all the middleweight titles. They got Usyk. They got Katie Taylor. They got Anthony Joshua. Like, dog, it's not a lot of shit that they don't got. The supply will meet the demand because they got all the fighters. They got most of the fighters that people want to see. You're describing Al Heyman's situation, Aaron. That's what you're describing. What you are describing is a situation where you have been given a lot of money, you've been given a very big budget, and you're overpaying fighters. Well, what you're describing is what Al Heyman did. You're overpaying fighters to the point that you are getting in debt. That's Al Heyman. That's what happened to Al Heyman. He said Dolph Lundgren. He said... Oh shit. I did a video on that, Heavy D. It's the one behind this one. Exactly. Like that's his. I agree with you 100%, Baba TV. This is not a complicated subject to discuss or understand. Wilder is just stupid. That's it. It's just that he dumb. That's all. It ain't motherfucking, yo, we gotta call a think tank. We gotta go get MIMSA to figure out why Wilder do it. Like, nah, he's just dumb, bro. That's all. He's just an idiot. Ahmed, I'm gonna tell you something. You need to stop trying to do what I'm doing. You always asking me what songs I use, what software I have. Bro, do your own thing, dog. Figure out how to do your own thing, dog. Like, that's why when I think it was Hatman, and I fuck with Hatman's channel. When he called him a hillbilly, I'm thinking like, yeah, that's what the I mean, he really not a hillbilly by definition, because hillbillies is more like West Virginians. Wilder is a country bumpkin. He types slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a country bumpkin. Like, you just, I'm from Alabama. So what? No one cares. Shelly Finkel, a New Yorker, like myself, is getting over on you because he knows you're a moron. Why you think it's a New Yorker getting over on him? Shelly Finkel's from New York. Y'all can't hear that shit? Y'all can't hear the accent? Of course he gonna get over on your country bumpkin ass. Eating fucking catfish in the lake outside the pond like you an idiot, man. Like, like. Yeah, like, he probably drink fucking, what's that shit where they put the iced tea on the porch? He probably drink that shit, gnats in it and all, with gnats in it. Like, dude, dumb, dog. That shit is not complicated. Like, bro, when you got a dude that's that fucking stupid, that he say shit like, yo, I want my girlfriend to get me pregnant, you ain't gotta figure out what's wrong. He's a moron. It ain't like, that shit is not like, yo, the dude dead ass, and they defended it. He's dead ass said, yo, look, if my girlfriend could get me pregnant and I could carry it, I'd do it. Like, huh? Why? Like, huh? Pretty much. Why in the relay videos you sound like a black dude? I thought I sounded like Paulie Malignaggi. That's what they be telling me I sound like. Like, you sound like Paulie Malignaggi. The LDBC will go to Maury and oh shit. Oh yeah, I heard his brother got knocked the fuck out, but hey man, I mean, he probably thought, hey, my brother don't know how to box, but he doing it, so let me do it. That's what it looked like. Oh, Wilder doing it, he can't box for shit. Let me try. Look at PBC welterweights and then spit. Yeah, like, I mean, like, you can't defend me. After a while, when you talking about these guys and you talking to these guys, you can't defend that shit, dog. You already knew that Sean was not trying to fight you, and you knew that Keith was out injured. Whatever. Even though I don't even believe, a part of me don't believe that shit, but whatever. You already knew, all right, they told you was going to fight the winner of Sean versus Garcia, or Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia. Then you seen that Sean Porter was not trying to have that fight yet. So you could have called Crawford right after that, like, yo, you telling me I can't get a champ on my side of the street? All right, so I'm going to talk to him. You ain't want to talk to him. You want to see about some Mikey Garcia. Nah, Skipper not a hillbilly. Skipper country, but he ain't no country bumpkin. Skipper not a hillbilly. It's the difference. Just because you got a southern drawl, that don't make you a hillbilly. A hillbilly is somebody that say, my girlfriend can get me pregnant, I do it. I carry the baby. Because women are strong. You need some stronger coffee saying that dumb shit. I'll carry the baby. You just go ahead and watch some Good Doctor on Hulu. He's like a fucking guest on Jerry Springer, this guy. He's like, yo, you serious, dog? You really... All right. And we got to start dissecting these dudes' resumes. I can't see anybody on Spence. Yo, like I said, if to be completely honest, if people didn't hype up Spence the way that they do, I honestly would not have no complaints, because I feel that at 24-0, his resume looks like what it's supposed to look like. You fought Brooke, you fought some contenders, that's okay. But the way that they hold him up and put him up on a pedestal, That's where it comes from. They're like, yo, hold on, dog. How you gonna say all that about this guy and this is all he did? You shitting on Crawford for this guy and this is all this guy did. That's not what? He shouldn't be considered. Yeah, he not on my list. I've been saying that shit like, yo, dog, like, Errol Spence has done absolutely nothing to be on my list. Alexander Vosdick beat the longest reigning champion and the lineal champion in less than 20 fights. That's pound for pound shit. You beat up a guy that already got beat up. That's what you did. And he had a weight cut. That's what you did. That's what happened. That's not my opinion. That's what happened. Before he fought you, he already got beat the fuck up. Before he fought you, he had to drop back down to welterweight. So that's not pound for pound, bro. It's nothing wrong with it, but that's not pound for pound. Errol Spence talk like, you know, I want to fight Mikey Garcia and things like that. And there's this guy, he look like Beetlejuice. He like to follow me around text. And I'd like to thank Jerry. And thank you, Mr. Al Heyman. That's how he talk. He talk like he introducing himself to the high school. Like, hi, my name Errol Spence. It's strap season. I want all the belts. My name Errol Spence. Well, my man Crawford, he talk like a silent assassin. When he's on the Breakfast Club, why I gotta be the bad guy? Why y'all can't just love me for who I am? That's real shit, man. That's real shit. Real shit. You know, I don't say they want to fight, but if they want to fight, they ain't got nobody for them to fight. Bunch of bullshit. You know, I named Errol Spence, things like that. And I had my Pacquiao at Dallas Cowboy Stadium. I like to make a fight like that. And then, you know, I don't think we're going to get that Crawford fight considered. I don't think he sounds like a hillbilly, and I'm from Scotland. Spence be sounding like Forrest Gump. He was born back east, that's true, but he don't talk like he from back east, though. Like, he don't. He don't talk like he from fucking Massachusetts or New York. Like, he don't sound like that. He talk like this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, things like that. Errol Spence says things like that at least 5 times every 5 minutes. You know, he want to do things and things like that, and... he is calling out a retired fight with... yeah, like... he said, yo, I'll drop down for Tony Bellew. Like, if I throw this fucking phone in... the same dude said that he would be willing to go down to the cruiserweight division and fight his own fucking brother. How country are you, dog? He said he'll fight his own... like, yo, Vladimir Klitschko and Vitaly Klitschko will not fight each other. They are brothers. Jamel will not fight Jamal. They are brothers. You so fucking country, you willing to fight your own little brother on TV for money. That show your character. You gonna hurt your brother on TV for money. That shows your character. That you don't have no character. Which you gonna give your own little brother the Bermain Stavern treatment and put him in a hospital for money. That shows your character. I'm like, I don't know, dog. Like, I don't be knowing. Errol Spence is a killer, though, even if he turned into a diva. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I'm not in that committee to make things better for Spence. All I'm gonna say is, he disappointed me. I thought he was better than that. I didn't think he was going to start acting like Queeth Thurman. But that's what he's doing, so it is what it is. I like to talk like Forrest Gump and things like that. And I want to have that fight. Things like that. Wilder keeps ducking anyone with a name in a heavyweight, but anyone he knows can he beat always threaten him. Yeah, of course. He start talking him down. He start talking shit. Look, when it comes to Errol Spence and the unifications on his side of the street, I'm not gonna hold it against him because it's a well. Nah, I'm not gonna say that either. Yeah, it is kind of his fault. Like, you know what? If you wanted to unify, Sean didn't want to, and Keith was, he was doing what he was doing, whatever the fuck that was. But you could have fought Crawford. Could have fought Crawford. On the real, what do you think? I think Wilder's a clown, dog. That's what I think. I think he's a clown. I've been said I think he's a clown. That dude don't represent American boxing. You know who represent American boxing? Terrence Crawford. American boxing. Teofimo Lopez. Shakur Stevenson. Michaela Mayer. Daniel Jacobs. Demetrius Andre. Fine-tuned, well-crafted boxers that represent American boxing. Wilder does not represent us. That's the... No. No, no, and no. He does not represent us. Get the mother. Not yet. Not yet. Al Heyman and the WBC don't want that WBC belt to leave America. Heyman don't rate. Of course not. Look at how he moved him. Look at how he moved him around. That's how you know he don't have a high opinion of him. Hard to become a pay-per-view star when you take a bad L to Crawford. Tim Shaw, Cole not trying to put speed. Of course not. That's my point. The people that gravitate towards Wilder are sea urchins. They are barnacles. They are parasites. They see the whackness in him and recognize that whackness in theyself. They're like, oh, he's whack like me. He's full of shit how I'm full of shit. He say dumb shit the way I say dumb shit. He temperamental and stupid the way I'm temperamental and stupid. Daniel Jacobs is a grown-ass man, bro. That's not going to be appealing to somebody like that. Daniel Jacobs is a full-grown man that makes full-grown man decisions. That's not appealing to no low-ass kid. You think he's sending out this info to get offers from other networks? Possibly. If Mikey wins, that means he pound for pound number one. You've been on this channel long enough. You know that already. If Mikey wins, he's seated at number 2 on my list right now. If he beats Errol, he's numero uno. Number 1. Mikey Garcia. It's an Aztec warrior, Mikey Garcia, man. Aztec warrior. Tough guy. Them Garcias, man. Robert knows how to make a fight plan, man. Even when it's fight or lose, he knows how to make a fight plan. That's why I think maybe Mikey has success the first 2-3 rounds, but it's gonna catch up. I was good at Danny Davis. I would trade Deontay Wilder for either Tony Yoka or Daniel Dubois. And I will get them a citizenship. And I will teach them American bullshit. I will trade him. I trade Wilder for all you can eat at Chick-fil-A for a year. Brazil is durable. What Brazil has is that he's a durable and tough fighter that can hang in there. But his offense, he ain't got it. You're too slow, dog. Too slow, not aggressive enough. Get hit too much. Hatman really breaks it down well, but I find your perspective from America really is the truth. I would like you and Hatman encounter. We got to do a podcast, man. Get Sporting Icons, Hatman, my man Boxing Beats and Rhymes that be having me cracking up. Dwyer, who I fuck with. I fuck with Dwyer, man. I don't care nobody say. Sometimes he get it wrong, but he got the insights. And remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this complete advice from a stranger online. It's like he the Rod Serling of boxing. I fucks with him. The Rod Serling of boxing. Anyway.